Robin sausage.
Throbbers to whoppers, and some people even have stinking game weeks of their own yet again. Welcome to another edition of the FPL Addicts podcast. Game week 11 this time. Yes, already past the double-digit mark for this season. Without further ado, we've brought in people who have just come in last minute. In fairness, so did I was having a show. But let's bring the clean slate. It's a clean sheet of our sides. It being this lot. Look, four squares. What can we say? We'll start off with someone who wants Brendan Rodgers in. Rev, good evening to you.
Good evening, Chaza. Yeah, just in case anyone in the chat is wondering, that is a joke about wanting Brendan Rodgers in. We all know what happened last time a former Liverpool manager tried to manage Everton. It didn't really go very well. But there were some rumours about certain contingents of the Everton fan base very unhappy with Everton's striker situation and calling for Brendan Rodgers in. That is a very, very vocal, very, very minority of our fan base. But yeah, I'm doing good. Looking forward to another game week. Looking forward to maybe Moisey experimenting. Maybe Ndai starts playing up front. Why not play him up front? Just in front of Dewsbury Hall, McNeil on the right, Grealish on the left, and go that way. Like, if it's not working with a traditional number 9, let's move. But maybe he'll stick to his guns. But maybe maybes are all about they're not certain. But what is certain, we're about to have some shenanigans in here, aren't we, boys?
Well, if the intro is anything to go by, that's probably how the episode may transpire.
Oh, yeah.
But look, all right. The next
just
two
throbbing
people...
to get started,
One is approaching chip season, and the other's just got on a call back from his local chippy. I'll start off with the guy who's just called his local. Reidy, I can finally unmute you now, which is nice. Wait, let's do that properly. Good evening to you. You must be excited that you guys had the last laugh over Trent.
Well, what can I say, mate? I was quietly happy about that result. Not only the fact that Trent only come on for 9 minutes and did nothing apart from kick the ball out. We were phenomenal against Real Madrid. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the narrative these days is X team wasn't very good, therefore it made the other team look better. But I think just sometimes on the day, it's just one team is significantly better than the other. So, yeah, great result for us on the back of beating Villa. Good momentum. Obviously, it's a shame we've got an international break coming up because we're never great after an international break. That's just how it seems to go. But, yeah, we've got a big one again against City on Sunday. So, I'm doing okay, boys. A couple of wins is always nice. I think football sometimes can, obviously ruin our mood at times. But, yeah, I'm good. I'm doing well. Chippy's been ordered. Hopefully it doesn't come during the podcast. And
having a munch.
Having a munch on the sausage. But that's story for another time.
On
but,
that throbbing sausage, yeah.
I knew Rev would go in there. I knew it. I just knew he could help himself. But yeah, I'm well.
Would you say that there's been any particular secret sauce? Speaking of chippy sauce, any secret sauce to Liverpool's turnaround in form recently? Because I've got a theory.
I do think that Slot's kind of tweaked. I think a bit of both players and the system, because I think ultimately a lot of us this season we were like, we're expecting big things. Okay, he plays as a 10 for Leverkusen, etc. But he's actually coming in. Where's he going to fit? And everyone's going, well, you wasted money. But I feel like it's not inevitable because that feels almost like the word we use for FPL essential, but it's got to work somehow. And if you can make it work, then great. And all the good managers should be able to make it work. Like Slot seems to have kind of got onto at the minute. I do think that you're not going to be able to play all four. You're not going to be able to play Vert, Isak, Ekatike. You're not going to, Salah and all that. And I don't think
Gakpo even, yeah.
Gakpo as well, yeah. But I think that what he's done lately is recognise that we can't play Szoboszlai right back all season because it's a waste. It's such a waste. He presses so much for us, and then what that does is just leaves other players with quality to do things.
The number 10 position just isn't working for you either. It's just not working.
The number 10 thing, it's not a thing, and it's not something that worked for him last season. So why try and force it this season? But you know what? Listen, 2 games. I'm not getting carried away. That could be the chippy.
There's a chippy.
I'm not getting carried away, but it's nice. It's just nice to get a win. And as you boys know, I mean, I think, well, apart from Chaza, because Arsenal don't know how to lose this season, but
you really don't. Wow.
It's great to kind of like have a win every now and then, and when you go on a bad losing streak, it just kind of makes you feel like a bit meh.
Yeah, you can finally join us Everton fans down in the dumps. Yeah,
answer that phone call now. Marcello, we're going to chip our way to our beloved recruit of the year. How are we?
Yeah, all good. Bit tired this week. I've been overthinking all of my moves. We're in a very, very crossroads of what to do next, I think. So just been stressing, I think.
Stressing. Love it. League time. Now, Rev, you've got yours on standby by the looks of it. So we'll go straight to yours, which I'll remove.
Yeah.
But
I mean, plus I'm in last place at the moment in our league, but breathing down your neck now, Chaza, I've got to say. Breathing down your neck. Decent game week this week. Erling Haaland, of course, doing the business. Caicedo back in the points. Guys, I used to pray for times like this, Virgil van Dijk with a return. It's been... I've kept the faith and I've been rewarded because it's not been good. Tarkowski has let me down a little bit recently, with the 3-1-2 points. Should have got big Michael Keane, Keane
got Defcons in 45 minutes.
I can't believe Keane got Defcon, which is insane.
Went to sleep at half time. That's my point secured.
Yeah, I think the big non-move of the week was Gyökeres to Mateta, so a whole 0-point gain there.
Well, he's injured now, so at least you got the price right.
But yeah, at least I've got Saka going forwards as well, and then finally this week I've had, and by the way, not only did this week I beat my bench boost from last week on my bench when I bench boosted. Which is painful, but also this week I can happily say that it didn't go too far wrong in my bench selection. Maybe Reinders for Senesi would have been 2 points better, but I can't really complain too much. So yeah, there's the team. Gabriel and Saliba doing Gabriel and Saliba things as well.
Very nice.
Chaz is muted, but he's
Chaz has muted himself.
No, we can only have a laugh. We can only have a laugh about it when Marcello does it in a minute. Just after the captain's corner, when he comes in talking about the captain's corner, but he's muted, and then we all laugh. That bit of the show.
No, you actually already missed it. I did it with Chaza before you guys jumped up.
Oh no, it happens every week on the pod. Though. We'll have our moment, mate. We'll have our moment. Don't worry.
By the way, Rev, just need to say this quickly while I noticed it. It kind of looks like you're in the movie Pixel at the minute because I can't literally see your face properly. I don't know if anyone else is the same.
Me too.
Marcello. What? No,
maybe it's pixelated. What isn't pixelated is your game week 10.
I'm pixelated.
No, I was being serious. We can't see you properly.
Serious. It's the best football player in the world. All right, come on, Reidy. Who's your best football player in the world at the minute?
Don't do if bus or maybes. I do absolutes.
Best football player. I mean, he's still not retired, but he is playing in Saudi. So let's be honest, he probably doesn't fit into the category at the minute of best player in the world. But my game week 10 team and total points, 78 points all out. Haaland cap. If you basically play FPL seriously. And other than that, not much to shout about. Double Arsenal clean, great. I tell you what, actually, there is something to shout about, and it's that man, Maxence. That man, Magic Maxence, I'm going to start calling him, and I hope that he carries on delivering, because he scored obviously last night in the conference. Great finish as well, almost like a striker's finish. Got me 8 points, cleans, def con. So it was nice actually although he did return, for Maxence to actually do something and get me a few extra points on the board. So I was happy with that. Vicario as well, save points, I guess, which can't complain. But Foden got me an assist before he was, toodaloo, adios, bon voyage, whatever you want to call it. Got me an assist, and I've had him for 5 game weeks maybe or something. So yeah, 9 points from JP. If you sold him, you're a mug. If you held him, happy days, all good.
Well, Mustafa says, should I buy Mbeumo for Foden? Is that something you've looked at all?
It's not, no. The reason being, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting Mbeumo. You're having to pay more for one. Are United's fixtures that good at the minute? I know they're coming up. Like, there will be a point where pretty soon that they are kind of good, but I don't know if I want to put that money into, Mbeumo.
Well, you just got Player of the Month, and Amarin won Manager of the Month. What do you think about that, Chaza? Is Arteta got robbed?
I saw a pig fly the other day as well, and and a real unicorn.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a crazy month, bro.
Yeah, any United managers or players have been given awards. It's been a long while, hasn't it?
Right. All Man United
Coleman
on social media. Yeah. Look, all of these players this weekend, what a donkey score of 64. They were antisocial, apart from Gabriel. Njai wanted to contribute. Shocking captain call. And like Mateta for Pedro just should have rolled. Like, I both scored 9 each. I've won, but at what cost? There you go. Putrid.
Task failed successfully.
On his birthday. Oh.
Whose birthday?
Birthday curse. Yeah, I bench boosted on my birthday and had a stinker. The birthday cursed. Yeah, fun.
That's how the game week went on that. Right, we've got to save the best for last. It's a fitting saying for this occasion, because this guy got
Smashing
95.
Yeah, it was a good week, I can't lie. It was really good because I was at the Palace game, Lacroix as well, and obviously I don't have Mateta, so when Mateta scored, I kind of celebrated, but I wasn't going crazy. And then I was checking my phone for the DEFCONs. Lacroix was on 9 DEFCONs for on 70 minutes, and he must have got the 10th on 88th minute. As soon as he made that tackle, I got out of my seat. I was like, yes, I looked around and no one else was cheering, and I was like,
oh no.
That's brutal.
Let me just sit
That is brutal.
No way. Oh. That's took DEFCON to a new level, that being at the game and cheering a tackle. Imagine doing it in your living room, fine, when no one's there, but at the game when everyone's
literally, I looked around and no one was standing up. It was just a normal, he headed it out for a corner or something.
Oh my God, mate.
But yeah, fantastic. Captain Gabriel as well, and I was saw that he scored with Gyökeres, and then by the time I got home, Caicedo assisted João Pedro. That Saturday was just the best Saturday I've had in a very, very long time. Got a Domino's pizza to celebrate. Literally perfect day. Other pizza brands are available.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're suddenly sponsored.
Yeah,
just to let everyone know, Marcello is not an ambassador for Domino's, right?
Yeah, Gabriel got a yellow in the last minute, but Haaland came the next day, and it was scary going against Haaland. Even with a 12-point advantage, I was like, this might have been the wrong decision. And then I think he got subbed off, didn't he, around 81? Yeah, and then he even said afterwards, about, some fantasy managers won't be happy. You'll have to ask Pep why he took me off. So he's just got FPL in his mind. He's just the perfect FPL asset. He always wants more. He wants to be the best. it's hard to go against him, and I'm not sure if I want to do it this week, even though he's playing against Big Virgil.
Yeah, I think the scariest thing about Haaland's performance was like he took those 2 moments really well, but he could have had another 3. He could have scored 5, dude.
I was
Like,
happy with
it's
13
frightening.
because we got away with it, I think.
Absolutely.
I think
I was going to say, I think you got away with murder there, dude. I can't
But
lie.
then again, no, Gabriel was close to matching him. He got his 2 bonus.
He was, but I mean, Haaland could. I think he could have had 5, man. You
Yeah,
know, he could
no,
have.
no, I get that, but it was unlucky in how it actually panned out in the end. I think Gabriel got a yellow late on, didn't he? Which took him away from the bonus, so he would have ended up on 13, I think.
It was 28. I took a screenshot on 28, and everyone was like, "Check now, you little prick."
Yeah.
Not so tough now, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I messaged Marcello saying, "How does the back of your couch look, dude?"
Yeah.
Seems like you're hiding behind it.
It wasn't fun.
But what a game week, though, mate. Take that the Haaland thing aside.
Insane, dude.
You know, what a game week.
Yeah, at least the menu didn't return. So, and the other thing, if you look at my team, we had Collins. I wasn't sure if I was going to play him, and then I benched him, and he scored an own goal.
Well, you know what? I'm the FPL reverend, but lads, you walk on water. You know, absolutely untouchable.
Best
right
Saturday ever.
Yeah, love it.
It is. No, well played to you, Marcello. Before we go to who has joined us, the brief update on the public league. James Gadsden, who is leading by 11 points. He loves to DM me from time to time on Instagram, so I'll make sure I shoot him a message back. Thereafter, the mini league code is on the bottom, QUMI.
No way. James Gadsden, one of the Gadsden brothers. What a guy. He's top of the league.
Smashing it.
Quiet.
Yeah, that's it. Taylor is also always smashing it at people turning up to such episodes every week. Colm, thank you as always for joining. Miriam is in the house. Thank you. Ice cold. Yes, you're getting acknowledged. Thank you for coming alongside. Interesting question before we get to one of Marcello's points. I have Dubravka, Esteve, Ramiro, Minte is this week to bench boost.
I can't answer that. I'm rubbish at bench boost, so I've got no authority.
Double Burnley against West Ham at home. What happened in West Ham's last game?
They won.
Against Newcastle. That's going to give them a lot of confidence, and Burnley are not the best team in the league.
Yeah, Mustafa, whatever I say, mate, just do the opposite in terms of bench boost.
I'd say it's a no. One goal ruins basically 2 players in one go. And then Romero's got United, Spurs at home have been a little bit dodgy. And then Mint is away to the beloved team of Marcello, Palace.
Yeah.
I don't know if Spurs are dodgy. Van der Ven. Ever since everyone sold Van der Ven, he took it real personal, didn't he? That goal in the Champions League was maybe one of the best goals I've ever seen.
Do you know what it reminded me of? Do you know when
Gareth Bale?
You know when you're playing Mario Kart and you're in last and you get that rocket? You know that
yeah.
It takes you like right to the front.
You get the little star and you're like,
No, the star's too nice. It's too like
the star's too nice. Yeah, he was bulldozing people, wasn't he?
And he just went bang, bang, bang through everyone, and then just slotted it, and you just like, oh my god! Like to be a Spurs fan in that moment, like you're just melting, aren't you? You literally just
insane goal.
The finish at the end as well for a centre back. Like the run is one thing.
Centre back, dude.
Oh.
When does anyone know when Spurs fixtures turn again?
Well, we got one man who's got all the answers right here. Take it away.
Yeah, so Spurs are bottom of the ticker. So yeah, let them all keep Van der Ven. I mean, I'm sure he'll score again. But no, look who's at the top, Man United. So Mr. Bumo, Mr. Bruno, Sesko, if you want to go there. I don't think anyone will, but maybe they should. Cunha is a shout. I think they're all just getting started. You know, it takes a little, a player of the month tournament, manager of the month, and the players start having something to fight for. So easy games. The fixture ticket also got updated recently, so some of the fixtures changed in case you missed that. Like Sunderland away is no longer green, it's now grey. Can't find it. There it is. Fulham, Everton home are green. But yeah, this week 11, and then we've got 12 is very interesting because we get these three teams really strong fixtures: Liverpool, Man U, Bournemouth. Arsenal's still kind of there, but it's not as strong until Wolves. And then 13, if we go to game week 13, you see at the top, you've got really strong teams. And another point that I wanted to ask is, we've noticed defensive midfielders have been really cooking this year. So attacking midfielders and strikers, they haven't scored so much goals. Is that because the better teams have had harder fixtures, and now we see the better teams with good fixtures? Do we expect to see more goals? Do we expect to see more FPL points from attackers? Do things start to go back to normal? Or do you think it's more the changing of the rules that is helping defensive midfielders do really well? Or some sort of tactics change?
What's mad is you're asking us that question, Marcello, and I feel like you're the most equipped to answer that question yourself. So I'm like, how do I say something where he's not going to be like,
where do I start in terms of answering?
Yeah. So,
but something to think about, like the good teams are facing the bad teams now, whereas before the good teams were all facing each other and were at the bottom of the ticker. Now we see the bad teams like Sunderland are at the bottom now. West Ham, Leeds, some of these assets for Sunderland, Leeds, West Ham, they might be doing all right. Let's go back to week 1 to remind ourselves. Sunderland were way up here, and that was not just for 5 weeks, that was for 10 weeks. Sunderland were being up the top. Whereas now Sunderland really start to fall to the bottom. It's halfway through the first half of the season. They've had their good games. And now these teams here, they've had their hard games. And then now, something to think
the
about.
natural trend would suggest, the way it's gone in the first half, would suggest that we're going to see, more attacking returns from better attacking players, if you like, that are picked in the game. But we don't know. We've been surprised at the beginning of the season. Obviously, defenders have been massive, but I think that's something that won't change, if I had to say. Like, on the defensive side, I think that will still continue. But on the attackers, who knows? Because everyone likes a bit of rice every now and then, whether you have it with a chili con carne, curry.
Well, this is the thing. Like, people who started with the attacking mids are kind of coming round to the idea of defensive mids now. But is there going to be a swing the other way?
Is it too late? Yeah, is it too late?
I can just see.
I think this is a really great observation, mate. I think, in terms of defensive contributions, they might go down because these teams will be dominating possession more. I do think it's good for centre backs. I think that if they were likely to keep a clean sheet before, they're more likely to do so now.
Definitely.
So,
especially
so
strong teams. Like Liverpool,
exactly.
Virgil, for example. I want to double up on Liverpool. I think with this fixture run, Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, everyone's going to have Virgil, surely, at least by 12 or 13. If you want to stay one step ahead, would you get another Liverpool defender alongside Virgil, say Kanate, just to keep those clean points? Or,
Hey, Reidy, do us a favour, mate. Give us a second Liverpool defender other than Virgil. Can you recommend one in good conscience?
I cannot. It would be just absolute lies if I just give you someone.
Fair.
Because I could say Bradley. I'll be honest. If I float a name out there, I could go, Connor Bradley, sorry. Great against Real Madrid. However, does he stay fit? Does he stay injury-free? Frimpong comes in, and after the international break, is Bradley nailed? No. So, as Marcello just said, it probably would only really be Virgin Kanate. If they're taking up 2 spots, who's taking up your 3? Is it 2 Arsenal defenders? And then you have basically double Liverpool, double Arsenal, and one other one. Because at somewhere along the line, you're going to want 3 City potentially. So do you get a City defender? And then realistically, unless you've got really cheap mids or one cheap forward, you're going to then struggle because your defense is so expensive. So it's something I would personally say 1 is enough. 1 kiss is all it takes, and that is Virgil van Dijk. Sorry for the pun.
Get out. Someone mute him.
Marcello, top stuff from you as always. We love what you bring when it comes to the fixture ticket, and it's always a category worth paying attention to week on week, along with the transfer market, which we've got right here, which will be followed by this week's fixtures, which we'll look at. And to you 3, are there any particular main surprises? I think it really cements Marcello's case as for why a lot of people are going for defensive midfielders nowadays. But outside of that, is everything expected as it is?
João Pedro coming back in is wild. It's he was one of the top sold last week, and now everyone's just like, oh wait, no, get him back in.
We said it happened. No, we said it would happen.
My guy is more in and out FPL teams than the hokey cokey at this rate. You know,
I didn't know where that was going. I didn't know where that was going.
He's more in and out than a throbbing sausage.
Oh god, I'm bad.
That's enough.
That's enough. Yeah, it really is.
But what can you say?
That is wild. Like I think, you know, with Chelsea's fixtures, I think if you had João Pedro last week and you had no, like,
you call him João Pedro?
João. What's happening?
Is it not João?
João,
dude.
João.
Yeah, João. That's the noise I make when I stub my shin. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But
Brock Lesnar's injured now, isn't he? So I feel like it's a little bit.
Did you say Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god! I need to wake up. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's injured, so people are kind of probably going, "Oh, well, who's the guy I get in?"
Yeah, agree with Kieran in the chat there. The last 5 the players who scored points just come in. Don't know where people are getting all the free transfers from or using it up so much. And people are saying like, "Oh, what do you think about taking hits?" And like, I just feel like with FPL, it's so difficult to like pick someone just for 1 week and then move off them and then think it's going to do well. Like for me, the way I like to play is find a nice block of like 5 fixtures, keep them in, be patient, and then sell them off afterwards. Obviously, if they get injured, though, because it's so hard to say, you know, even if you had like a free hit team every week, I think it would be quite hard to like pick exactly who's going to score in one given week. And then you're transferring them out, and then you're taking minuses and hits, and then you're like, oh, but they just scored and I just took them out. Just try and
especially with the way last week went, right? The midfielders, barely any of them returned, did they? So you've got a very good point, Marcello. The top scoring midfielder last week was, any guesses?
Declan Rice? Oh no,
Gomez for Brighton.
Oh,
it was. Who doesn't really get a look in, minutes on, you know, nailed and stuff. And then after him, it was Sessegnon. And then, yes, it was Rice and Casemiro and Gravenbach and then Caicedo, who are up there in terms of points this season. But, you know, you're right. You are right. Flip-flopping or hokey-cokeying is a bit of a dangerous game. And, yeah, I don't think it's probably optimal, as they would say, to play that way. Unless you're a filthy casual like Mikey's, then, you know, just go for it. Just do what you want.
Fixtures, which is a direct correlation sometimes to the players being transferred in and mass sold. Is there a particular standout fixture? Let's start with you, Reidy. I reckon you've got something up your sleeve here.
No, I haven't, mate, honestly.
All
right. I haven't, but fixture-wise, I'm going to go with an FPL frame of mind rather than just pick City, Liverpool because of is a huge game. But I only own Haaland, who I'm going to do a spoiler here. I don't care really at this point. I'm not captaining Haaland this week, which could actually bite me in the backside.
Liverpool bias creeping in there.
It's bias, mate. Absolute bias is
well,
stinking,
you got to.
Stinking the gaff out. Marcello obviously went against him last week, but I feel like this week, with us winning 2 and obviously playing well against Madrid, I don't want to captain him. And so therefore, the game that I'm going for from an FPL perspective, where I'm hoping there's just loads of points, is Chelsea v Wolves. So, I own Enzo. I've got JP. I was debating a third Chelsea. But I just think that's a great fixture, from an FPL perspective. Nice little 8 o'clocker on a Saturday night. Watch the points come in, sit back and just enjoy, hopefully.
So on João Pedro, Liam Delap is back. Are you worried or have a thought that João Pedro might get less minutes or not start? Or do you think he just plays with Delap?
He's just a big lump, Liam Delap, isn't he? He just,
he's better at 10 anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, even if that is the case, I feel like Pedro gets an opportunity because I don't think he had a shot against Karabakh midweek.
Didn't. I was going to say, João Pedro's bad spell was just because he's carrying a knock. He's a bit tired and being forced to play. Then he scores, and I'm like, there you go, see? He's fine now. And then the next game in Europe, he does the same thing, 0 shots.
Yeah. But I feel like João Pedro could probably score with his eyes closed against Wolves. I mean, I expect 1 return minimum, which, for me is fine if he gets that, if he ends up with bonus or what. But I think outside of João Pedro and probably, even though it's going to contradict what I said about captaining him, I think Haaland, João Pedro, and probably Mateta. Outside of that, you're struggling for forwards of, who do you want to pick or whatever. So, yeah, I'm happy. I don't mind it. Liam Delap even could. I nearly swore then, didn't I? Liam the back. No, but yeah. Outside of that, as I say, I'm happy.
Just put him on mute while he's recovering.
He's just
Marcello, what's your standout game out of a 10? 5 on Saturday, 5 on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I think one game is going to be very interesting to set what's already happened this season in its place. So Sunderland v Arsenal at Sunderland, who haven't failed to score at home all season. They had a chance to go second in the league. I think they're 4th now. But no, a question for you guys. Who do you think scores more points in that game? Xhaka or Saka?
Oh, wow. What a question. Xhaka or Saka?
Boom, shakalaka.
Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shaka, Saka.
All right. Where is this going?
I know. What's going on tonight, eh?
I'm going Saka just.
I'm going to say Rice. No, but I would say that. But I don't know. I think this is arguably Arsenal's toughest test, which is mental to say.
Yes, exactly. It's crazy, isn't it?
Saka apparently should have got a return or a haul even against who they played the last game? It was Burnley. So apparently he should have got a return, but he didn't. So I don't know. It's a weird one with Saka and Arsenal this season, but
Xhaka, you see him easily getting DEFCONs v Arsenal. He's probably going to get 18 to 20 DEFCONs. So Xhaka 4-pointer is locked. Will he get a clean sheet? Will Arsenal score? Arsenal will probably score. Will Xhaka score a free kick? Hopefully, he might score a free kick, but probably not. So that's 4 points for Xhaka. Saka, is Saka going to get DEFCON? Probably not. Are Arsenal going to keep a clean sheet? Probably. They haven't. I think they're really going to be fighting for their clean sheet. So that's 3 points for Saka. Will he get a return? Well, that's going to be the decider. But
actually, I think this is the week where we all lose out on the Arsenal clean sheet.
Saka.
No, on the Arsenal clean sheet. I I don't think we get it this week.
I think Sunderland score. Like, the crowd are going to be so up for it. Like, I mean, Arsenal are brilliant, but even against Everton, like, half time, it was 1-0. Keane had his Defcons. You always felt like Sunderland were going to score. Like, I think they could have had another penalty as well. But that Sunderland team, Everton are a good defence as well. Not quite at Arsenal level, but you just always felt Sunderland were going to score. The crowd were getting behind and they were really going for it. So even if it goes 1-0 Arsenal, I think it's going to be such an interesting game and to see
I think something's written to happen though. And I feel like, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there's been that Raya narrative. Why would you pick him in FPL? It's just 6 points is the ceiling, etc. But I think overall, unless you're able to call swapping keepers and having that headache anyway, is just a bit of a pain at times in FPL rather than set and forget. I feel like he gets you them 6 points, but I feel like this weekend could be the weekend he hauls with a penalty save. I don't know what it is. I feel like Sunderland are going to get a penalty and he's going to save it this week. So, I'm not saying I'm the guru at predicting stuff, but this game's just got something about it that doesn't feel like it's going to be a straightforward Arsenal win. So there we go. Goody's saying they've only played bottom teams. That wasn't the case against Chelsea, though, was it?
They were away.
Did he say at home? Okay.
Yeah, he said at home. Yeah, that's it. Rev, what are you thinking? We want to bring you back in the game after you absolutely heckling and cracking up.
Yeah, man. It's just I've never heard anyone mispronounce the laugh like that before, but I'm going to try and move on as peacefully as I can.
I'll be an awful pundit on Sky Sports,
yeah.
Matinee and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'd just be doing a Micah Richards and just cracking up every 3 minutes, and then that'd be my entire content, which I'm not against at all. I love that, but I was genuinely going to say Sunderland versus Arsenal. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Two teams are absolutely at the peak of their powers at the moment. So that's going to be just a great game in general. But apart from that, in terms of FPL, I think Marcello, you can correct me if I'm wrong, mate, but Brighton's fixtures turn a little bit. And also, Crystal Palace, we need to see more from Mateta, see if he carries it on. So that Crystal Palace-Brighton fixture is going to be pretty intense, and some eyes on that because there might be a couple of Brighton assets as the fixtures turn that we might be sleeping on.
And I think we've all got minimum 2 Palace. Do we all own 2 Palace at least?
No, I've only got 1.
Just the one for me.
I probably will have 2.
Yeah, but Marcello isn't a proper fan though, so he's
Yeah, he celebrates headers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you support, Marcello? The Defcon. The Defcon. Yeah.
He's literally got what Defcon 10 on the back of his shirt, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
He's gonna get that on the back of his shirt for sure next season. That's going on.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that's gonna have goals in it, isn't it?
It will.
Yeah. It's gonna be a really, really good game.
What about you, Chaza? You didn't pick a game, sorry, mate.
No, I haven't yet. But in fairness, I was waiting to say this, but then Rev came in and rightly so. Palace Brighton, mainly because it is the battle of who's got the best M25 out of the 2. And that's what separates the 2 sides. Danny Welbeck in form, shootout against Mateta. Can't wait for it. Before I go to Marcello's chip strategies, there was a lot of sides who dominated in Europe through the course of a week. And it's very pleasing to see. Not one English side lost. We saw Arsenal win against Slavia Prague 3-0. Liverpool had the last laugh over their former colleague in Trent, 1-0. Spurs 4-0 over Copenhagen. Chelsea 2-2 draw against Qarabag. City 4-1 over Dortmund in what was an Erling Haaland Cup in that match. Newcastle with a 2-0 win over Club Bilbao. Villa with a 2-0 win over Tel Aviv. Palace, yes, we love them. 3-1 win over AZ Alkmaar. And Forest with a goalless draw against Graz. Anyways, back on the grass. Let's talk about chips because it's going to be season defining. Marcello's fully onto this, and time is against us. All yours, Bosh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about the bench boost this week, but also if not, wildcard in 12 or 13 probably has to happen for the swing. But my team's not too bad, really, so I don't really know. Like, with all the Liverpool's coming up, do I get Salah? What do you guys think of Salah? Salah and Haaland draft, like...
I don't mind it. I don't want
I
to
think-
say it's the worst, but how long for? Like, so you get him in 12, say, because obviously, we play Forest at home. You probably get him then, rather get him then than you would in 13. But I'd say overall, the fixtures in terms of when you wildcarding are probably better to do in 13 because although wait there, no, 1 sec, 12. So Chelsea have Burnley, Bournemouth, West Ham, which is good. Liverpool, Forest, Palace, Wolves. Aside from that, there's only really Arsenal, Spurs, which is kind of a bit tricky-ish, and Newcastle City.
Well, this is what I want. I want to move away from Arsenal. So this is my plan. Okay, so bench boost. Let's say we do it this week. Then we go into 12. And then we don't pick Arsenal for this run because everyone's got them and they're going to start leaking goals after this weekend. Hopefully, Sunderland will get the ball on it. We don't pick Chelsea either, who I've got triple up on. So I sell them for Burnley because they've got Arsenal, Leeds, Bournemouth. And then we go back on them in 16 because they've got Wolves and they've got Chelsea, they've got Everton. So I'm thinking free hit in 16, going without Arsenal and without Chelsea. I mean, we still keep Gabriel because Gabriel's Gabriel. But I don't know. I feel like that could be a risky plan. And hope if they destroy Sunderland, then maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah. Also, that thing of I don't think this week is the week to necessarily do it. Certainly with them having Sunderland, but we've said we expect Sunderland to get something from the game. But I think looking at it just then, yeah, it is 12. Sorry, not 13. That I think would be better. The only issue you've got is City play Leeds in 13, which would be a better fixture for them. But aside from that, would you, if you're free hitting, say, and you did that in 12? You took out Arsenal defence, would you be then surprised if they kept it clean against Spurs? Probably not. So it's always that thing of I'll take them out. I think 12.
Right. Liverpool will keep it clean at home to Forest or Virgil.
Yeah, no, they could. But if you're wildcarding, who are you picking aside from Virgil in your defence that game week in 12? Chelsea, Liverpool.
I've got Gabriel. I've got. I actually don't have Virgil in this Haaland draft. I've done a few different drafts, but I do like Palace defense, and I said double Liverpool defense, so Kanate, because I think everyone's going to go on to Virgil, stay one step ahead, and get double Liverpool, so you're beating them as well. I mean, you could still have Raya and Gabriel as well, so you can have those double defense, and then you can have Richards to cover Palace when they've got a good game. You can have Michael Keane still in there to cover Everton. Cover the Tarkovsky, and then Truffer I've got an eye on because I can't really afford Senesi anymore to cover Bournemouth, which Senesi, but I do love Gahey as well. Yeah. There's just so many players that are so nice for the upcoming run, and whereas before it's like who's going to return, now it's like who's going to return the most, I think, with these nice fixtures.
Yeah, I think something to definitely jump on because your fixtures are pretty good, and I think that yes, Mo. I think although it's great to have double Palace defense with your fixtures and so on, it's just that Europe comes into probably consideration. I think there's a 4-week window where you've got Europe in between certain games, and then it's like obviously we've seen the stuff to do with Sarr recently. That his minutes are getting managed, things like that. Then he goes to AFCON in 16 or 17, around then. Mm-hmm. So, like, I know we get 5 frees at that point, but I just think that for you to jump off Arsenal could really be a mistake.
Well, then I've still got Raya and Gabriel in most of my drafts. So until they concede that first goal, I think they're going to be fighting for every clean sheet they can. Then after that, once that streak's gone, think, I'm gonna have my eyes open. But I still think Raya and Gabriel is the way to go.
Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk. Could you then fit in Gahey and Maxence, or even a Richards because he's cheaper?
Yeah,
like a
depends if you want Salah and Haaland or just one of them. So it's just so much to think about. It's hard.
Yeah, it is indeed.
But I do think with Salah going to AFCON, he's only got a few weeks. You just have to go against Salah for a couple weeks, and then he's gone. He might not want to get injured before going to AFCON for his country. He might not. He might hold back just that little bit, than he usually would at full pace. So I think that's something someone mentioned to think about. And I think Haaland is just the monster this year. He's going to be looking to break those records. He's talking about fantasy Premier League in interviews. I think you just go with Haaland until he gets injured.
Yeah, I mean, I think on just the last point to talk about the Liverpool stuff and you potentially getting Salah in your draft or wildcard. When we are clicking, is Salah going to be doing what he was doing last season? I still don't know if he will. And that means that if he's not, do you just stick with Haaland? Because you're gonna probably captain Haaland over Salah when they have good fixtures each. And then in 16, you're getting rid of Salah anyway.
Exactly.
So you look at that period between 13 and 16, is it?
And it's really good, but is it worth it?
It's a bit earlier for Liverpool by a week because we have Forest at home. But if you look from 13 onwards, we play West Ham, City play Leeds. We play Sunderland, City play Fulham. And then we play Leeds and City play Sunderland. So realistically, during that 3-game week, you're going to have a toss-up of who to captain anyway. You might just want to captain the home player because that's a better option. But then in 16, we have Brighton. Does Salah make that game? And then City have Palace. Yeah. So it is a big decision. But are you going to gain, like this week, Captain Gabriel, you got away with it, but you still got the Haaland points. Yeah. So is that going to happen in that situation? That's what. Yeah. Anyway, that's my point.
Thanks, very useful.
Everyone's situation is different, and this is the 11th chapter to the almighty 25-26 season. Thank you, Marcello. As always, there's so much to think about. I reckon I might wildcard next week and maybe do a live transfer in a couple of moments. But before all of that, Rev's got his on standby. He is the DJ Rev with the Green and Black Ball.
Yeah, so this is my team going into this week. Currently, the armband is on Haaland. I think he's in great form, and Liverpool have not been so great recently. We've seen a little bit of upturn in form from Liverpool, but I just think Man City at home is all I really need to know to throw the armband on him. He said himself last week he is a robot with that celebration, so that's where I'm going to go for. On the bench, baby reindeers. A lot of people are transferring them out, but I'm just going to keep hold of them. I don't really have that much of a decent move to make this week with him. Saka in the side, Senesi back in the side, Semenyo back in the side. And yeah, just a really solid 4-4 F and 2 as the way goes. And so yeah, we'll see what happens, but hopefully that Chelsea duo is going to really sort me out some decent points this week as well.
What a ripper!
Yeah, man.
Nice. What a ripper!
There you go. Boom. That's it. That's the team. Not too much to write home about. Nothing too exciting.
But, and was it roll this week? Did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, rolling a transfer.
Okay.
Yeah, not on. Yeah, so if I go to me transfers, 1 free transfer, 0.1 in the bank,
Nice.
And that's. But there's no nothing I really want to do with that money. So yeah.
Fair play. Yeah, this is me for this week. Game week 11 before the international break. But yeah, so my team's I've got a couple of headaches this week, and why I'd be asking you for help when you'd probably want to sabotage me is another thing. But I've gone for 2 transfers this week. I've got rid of Phil Foden. Basically got me one return in about 5-6 game weeks. Absolute moose. And then the other one.
Moose though. Moose is brutal.
The other one I've got rid of is oh god, who was the other player? Oh, that was it, Strand Larson. My bad. I said I brought in Enzo. What am I talking about? I brought in Rice and Mateta.
Brought in Rice, yeah.
Yeah, so that was for Strand Larson. So they're my 2 moves this week. Pretty
Rice, baby.
Yeah, pretty like template-ish moves. They're both like highly transferred in. But yeah, so I'm in 2 minds. Like, there's 2 things that I'm in 2 minds about. The first one is captaincy, because I don't want to do Haaland. So who do I want to get? Who do I want to captain where it's safe enough that I'm not like being too risky? And I feel like Chelsea at home, Enzo on pens because Palmer's not back. I feel like it's a better option than maybe Rice, who's got a slightly tougher fixture, but then he's on all the set pieces and all the rest of it. Outside of that, I could go with Mateta, him being on pens and so on as well. So that's my one dilemma. The other dilemma, which is doing or nothing, and it's exactly what I alluded to earlier, the whole set and forget Raya. And it's the Bravka and Vicario, because I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's literally the ceiling, or not the ceiling, but this is something whereby they're probably both going to get 2 points or even 4 from, like save points and things like that. So I don't feel like this is that big of a decision, I should say. But like, who would you boys pick, like in your honest opinion? Who would you go with? Or would you just be like, it doesn't matter?
So in terms of captaincy?
No. Not the captain, because the captain I'm going to decide myself. I don't think it's a case of, like, you can agree that obviously I should be captain Haaland. Like, I get that.
No, if you didn't want to captain Haaland in this team, I would captain Pedro.
No, for goalkeepers.
But
yeah, no, but he's saying his captain thing, so Pedro is his option. But yeah, from the goalkeeper,
I think you've got it right. I think Dubravka on field.
I would play the home guy.
yeah, the guy at home, 100%.
Even though Man U are probably going to score 4.
No, look, it's Man United. They're in that part of the circle where we're so back part of the circle, and then they're going to be
West Ham
get beaten 3-0.
Yeah, it's like one's away, but obviously, like, it's West Ham who have been crap up until the Newcastle result. The Burnley pull off like a defensive masterclass, or the Spurs actually shut up shop for once. Now Romero
back as well, yeah, exactly.
But then, like, if I'm doing that, if I'm playing Vicario, in my head I'm thinking, well, I should be playing Romero and hoping for a clean sheet. But then I wouldn't want to double up because, like, one United goal busts it.
Nah, you don't need to double up, no.
So, yeah, I think
they're both going to get 3 pointers.
They're both. That's what I think the mindset should be. They're both going to concede. Who's going to get more save points potentially? And I feel like it's probably.
I think Tottenham are more likely to win 2-0 at home.
Oh, Marcello, man.
Sorry, they're better.
I agree with Marcello. Yeah,
but West Ham are a bit shit as well, so I wouldn't like to make that decision. Sorry.
Damn. I should have just got Raya. Why? Why is he always doing this to me?
Raya's conceding as well.
You're a special little flower, Reidy, and you want to be different.
I think they both outscore Raya with save points.
I think ultimately what I am going to do, just to mention this, I might get rid of Saliba and get Van Dijk and then get Raya in. I think that's what I might end up doing.
Wow.
So we'll see.
Wow.
Selling an Arsenal defender sounds controversial, mate. I'm sorry if you've got Saliba.
When it's Saliba who's got you since the Game Week 3 wildcard, got you 3 clean sheets, mate, it's potentially justifiable. But yeah, we move. What's going on here? What is happening here?
Rangers.
Who has got Ramsey in the team? That's
Caicedo.
Who has got Ramsey in the team? Oh my god.
Just a live transfer here.
Why is no one speaking and just something's happening on the screen? Like, what's going on?
Always believe
it's just because Chaza.
Caicedo. No.
Oh, no.
That's
that was
welcome to the
one
team.
move for this week. Oh, my.
Yeah, I've only got 1 free, so I'm just attacking it. Who cares?
Fair play.
Yeah.
1 free,
So
Caicedo. That's the move for the week.
that's how we're rolling. Maybe wildcard during the international break. It gives good leverage if I want to, but the squad looks okay. It's just week by week.
Squad looks great. That's the thing with me. It's like, do we need to wildcard? We've got a good
That's
team.
a dilemma, isn't it?
Oh, we might not need to wildcard.
Yeah, we
Okay,
Look at the fixtures.
Show off.
Crystal against
State
Wolves.
views.
We got Leeds over here. We got Tottenham. Haaland captain. Could captain Cucurella. What about that?
Like, your side is like what most people would wildcard into, to be honest.
Chaza wants me to captain Cucurella. But that's what I mean. You've got to stay one step ahead. So I've got Gyökeres. So if we bench boost, I've got to fill these gaps. So something like Mateta.
Yeah.
Anderson's got a knock. It is his birthday. I'd love to play him against Leeds, but he's got a knock. Gravenberch is who I want to get in. And then we want Gahey. So look at that for a bench boost. And then wildcard out of this, strangely. Oh, but we've got King, so we probably need to get rid of King.
No, keep him.
Yeah.
It's not the
I've
move,
got
dude.
4 transfers, so we can do that as well. And Buemo I want, but then I've only got 2.4. So I'd have to go Thiago with Buemo, who isn't bad as well, but he's not good this week. So all the permutations don't really fit in perfectly. It's annoying. So I probably won't bench boost. I'll probably carry my bench boost. I'll probably just play these guys. I'll get Mateta in for Gyökeres instead of Anderson, and that will probably be my team.
That defense
not-
is got so. Sorry, Mikey, go on.
I was going to say, are you not a little bit scared of Saka?
No.
No. Okay. Fair enough.
If he hauls, fine. He's done so much damage already to the owners that if he hauls, good. I'll be happy. Then more people will buy him for the harder games. He's going to pull up at 60 minutes with a knock so that he can miss the England internationals. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that defense has got so much potential to get a massive haul. Like, it's scary. It is.
I want to play Collins as well. It's always bad. Maybe I just play Collins and roll a transfer, and then I've got 5 transfers next week. I can just do that, to be honest.
Turn the volume up.
I mean, Gyökeres might even be ready to go again by the time the international
I
break
do
comes
not
back
want
around.
him. I do not want him. No. Mateta against Wolves next week is amazing. Thiago long term is a nice rotation to change the structure.
Well, just Gyökeres to Mateta then.
Yeah.
Just an easy one mover.
Makes sense.
Could be the goer. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. But that I'm hoping with your defense. I mean, we've both got Arsenal, both got Palace. You've got an Everton, and one other player. I can't remember. Cucurella, that was it.
Right. I have got an emergency, but I'll have to attend to. So for this captain's corner, I'm going to copy and paste it, send it into our big group chat. One of you.
Okay, I'm going to read it.
Okay. Excellent. Cool. Sweet. I'm just having a look. Yep, these are my notes. Terribly sorry, but there you go. Right, I've got a jet and it's in. You got it?
Right. Yeah, got it.
Amazing.
Right.
I've got a jet.
All right, welcome to Captain's Corner. Erling Haaland is against Liverpool at home. He's returned 13 or more points in each of his last 4 outings at home, and the Reds have conceded the second most chances of any side in the last 4 weeks with 14. Only the rivals Everton have conceded more chances. Crikey.
That is a crazy stat.
Thanks, I wrote it myself. The next option is Jean-Philippe Mateta. Brighton at home. He's got 4 goals in his last 2 home league outings. That's the second most XG of any player in the game with 8.1. And the next best is Thiago with 4.66. I'm not sure that's actually true, Chaza, as a stat, but I'm just going to read it anyway. Next is Gabriel at Sunderland. He's got 42 points of his last 4 game weeks, the most of any player in the game. 4 clean sheets, 2 assists. He's got 4 DEFCON and 9 bonus. Next is Declan Rice baby. Dun 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 dun. Because I'm Chaza, I do a song whenever I do the captain's corner. That's just how it works. I don't know why he's from New Zealand. Declan Rice is the second most transferred in player with 417,000 managers, bringing him in with 43 points in his last 5 game weeks. And the last option, if you want to go a little differential, is Brian Mbeumo. It goes away to Spurs. He's got 4 goals and an assist in his last 4 starts versus Spurs. He likes playing them. All right, so what do we think? Back over to you, Rev, in the studio. Yeah, nice captain's corner, that, Chaza. Nice one, lad.
That was good. Thanks, Chaza.
Yeah. Cheers, Chaza. Yeah, a lot of food for thought there.
I don't really like
what a nice Australian accent that man's got.
Yeah, so Miriam said this is the funniest captain's corner ever.
Was there an Enzo captain in there? No.
What? No Enzo, sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is quite crazy. Chelsea against Wolves.
No Chelsea captain option.
Do Wolves even have a manager?
Well, yeah, at this point.
Does anyone even want to manage Wolves?
Yeah. Who's in charge?
Like nobody knows. No one knows. But captain's corner, eh? So basically, is anyone going to be brave enough to go against Haaland this week?
Oh yeah, I think more than
he's going to be highly captained. He's going to be highly captained. Yeah.
It's not nice when you own a player and then he's a threat.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, he's going to be watching that game. He's going to be watching that game from behind the couch, and it's his own team that he's supporting. So yeah. some interesting captaincy shouts there. Let us know in the comments who you are going to be captaining as well. But aside from that, folks, it's been a pleasure. I think we've wrapped up our podcast. We've all been through our teams. We've all had some interesting discussion points as to what's going to happen when we move forward. And guys, I just want to say Marcello's spreadsheets, I think they're definitely worth a like. If you haven't liked the stream already, I think there's been some phenomenal information in there, just showing about how, whilst a lot of people like Reidy himself are moving to these defensive minded midfielders, actually the fixtures are now switching to favour some attackers. And so that might, in hindsight, be a mistake. And next week, well, not next week, obviously, but in the next game week, we'll get to Lord Marcello for his prophecy of being able to predict
that is what's going to happen. I just
you don't think
it's as a counter argument because I'm sick of all the attacking midfield lovers getting down my neck all week on Twitter and stuff. So I'm just thinking, could this be changing? But no, I don't think it is.
But on that note, though, Marcello, do you think that, because interestingly, I've brought in Rice this week and Chaza has brought in Caicedo, so we made those moves. However, would you what's your opinion on Rice and Caicedo? Do you think they're the same type of player? Or do you think that Rice will continue and Caicedo could drop off? Or
Rice it's because he's swinging in corners every week and he's aiming to Gabriel. Whereas Caicedo, I think he's still got good fixtures, so you can still bring him in. And Palmer's still not in the team, and the lap coming back might kind of let Caicedo settle, because if Chelsea are 2-0 up, Caicedo might not go to get the goal. But if they're struggling to score, he's going to have to kind of push on a bit more and like show them how to score goals, show João Pedro how to take a shot. So it'll be interesting to see like if anything changes with the lap, but I think Palmer being out is a big part of Caicedo doing well. But we also see Bruno G score for Newcastle. We see Gravenberch coming in and scoring goals for Liverpool. Well, it's free kick or something. You do see quite a few different defensive midfielders scoring this season, and I'm just thinking, like, why is it? Is it because of the fixtures? Is it because all the teams are playing low block now, and the defenders are getting better at marking attackers and attacking mids? That defensive mids, they're in space and they're all scoring. I just don't think it's a coincidence. I think something is happening, and that alongside DEFCONs and defenders getting more bonus this year has been good. And Kieran, will it be Elliot Anderson time to score? Like, not all the DEFCON players are returning. So you've got to pick the ones that kind of have something going in their favour as well. I think Anderson's got to knock Kieran, so check if you want to start him, even though it's his birthday. I reckon he's out partying for his birthday. It's just an excuse.
So just to inform everybody in the chat, when Chaza left, he actually left with all of the admin powers that come with doing the stream on the YouTube and using the StreamYard. So I'm afraid we're all trapped here forever. Actually, there's no way to end the stream. And so, pray for Marcello, pray for Reidy, pray for Rev, because
can we just all leave and then
see what happens? Okay, so that's it from us at the FPL Addicts.
No, wait. Before we do, I want to give a shout out to Lincoln, who's watching and listening to the stream. I said I'd do that before we finish or whatever. If this is actually the end, or if it's going to carry on and nobody's there, and like it's going to be like whatever. But yeah.
Oh, so wait, Lincoln's watching.
Yeah.
So I can't say what we usually. I can't say.
Oh yeah. Don't say. Yeah, don't say that. Don't say
okay.
That. Yeah,
I can hear him in the background. Anyway, go on. Go and
get
your kids some
play Pokemon today now, so we can do a Pokemon stream if you want.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick. But we couldn't even like bring it up on the screen. We can't even share our screen. World's longest deadline stream. World record. We can break the world record. World's longest deadline stream here. We could go. Right.
Do you know what's brilliant, actually? You know what's actually great? My laptop has just come up saying, please save your work and quit all of the applications. This computer will be shutting down soon. And I've got 45 seconds. So that's a sign for me to leave.
Yeah, there you go. Fair play.
Enjoy your chips and sausage.
Peace out. And a bit of gravy. Peace out. Bon voyage. Good luck for the game week.
Right.
International breaks crap.
See you later, everyone. And have a really nice time, Jack. See you later, Cello.
Bye.